Welcome to this video. Today we'll be looking at a ZX Spectrum Plus 3128 and we'll be doing some modifications to it. We'll be fitting this sound modification by Ben Vergens, and we'll be also replacing the tape socket with a replacement plug courtesy of Data Services. I'll put links down below to both, so let's begin. As you can see, I have a ZX Spectrum Plus 3 here. So first thing is we'll disconnect both the power and the video. Right, now we've got those disconnected, we will have to open the unit. This is done by removing 5 screws on the base of the Spectrum and 2 screws on the side of the Spectrum, which you can see there. So let's start. Okay. So if we turn the unit over now, we should find all the screws come out. Whoops. I just lost one of them on the floor somewhere. There we go. That's 3 of them out. 2 of them have refused to come out. So let's damn things. It's always the same with these old computers. Again, finding. Right, give that a little tap. Let's remove that one. Give that a little tap. Let's remove that one. Now we'll just have to unscrew the 2 screws here. Give me a second. Just get my screwdriver again. Do slightly smaller one for there. Give me a sec, I'm just going to have to put this onto my lap to do this. Now we have all the screws removed, we will carefully remove the top of the unit. So basically do that. There's an LED connector here, so we'll have to remove that. And we'll also have to disconnect the keyboard from over here, like that. So basically that, as you can see, is the underside of the unit. Right. As you can see from the video, I've already replaced the 2 ROMs with the Plus 3 ROM. Unfortunately, I did a video of that before, but due to quality, it's not worth putting on YouTube. So I've just had to put a page together for that one. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be replacing the tape socket that's located here, and then we'll be fitting that to the AY chip to give us stereo sound instead of mono. Why Amstrad actually did it as mono in the first place, I have no idea, but hey ho, Amstrad did that. So let's proceed to strip the specky down so we can get the motherboard out. First job is to take out the floppy drive. As you can see, I fitted an extra screw to the back of the drive here, because by default, when I bought this unit off eBay, it only had one screw holding the drive in, and I wanted 2 screws. So we'll just take the floppy unit out, obviously remembering to disconnect the power and the ribbon cable. So obviously there's the drive. What I'm planning for this unit is, and I'll do it in a later video, obviously once pieces arrive, is I'm going to be replacing the floppy drive with a unit from Lotharac, which basically allows you to use a memory card in replacement of the floppy disk. But as I said, that'll be covered in a later video. So next job is, let's get the motherboard out. Obviously there's multiple screws holding the motherboard in. Screw located here, 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 up here near the RF modulator, and one down here near this cap. So we'll just unscrew them. Obviously remembering when we put it back to make sure all the earth straps and everything, earth and neutral straps are in place. So that should now be the board totally unscrewed. So remove the plastic for the drive, thing for the drive as well. Okay, we'll just get rid of the bottom of the case. So, as I said, first job is I'm going to replace the tape socket here. Whoops, it's off camera. I'm going to replace the tape socket here because I've tried loading in off tape, and basically the quality is really rubbish. So I don't know if that's, and when I plugged them into that socket earlier on, it basically made a horrible noise. So I don't know if that's part of the problem or not. Can't work out if somebody's tried replacing this already. So we'll warm up the soldering iron and we'll get soldering. I'll pause the video at this point and let the soldering iron warm up, and then I'll be back. I've got it connected, so what we need to do now is we need to solder that in place. So I'll just make sure it's in shot. Yep, it's in shot, so we'll get solder. Right, okay, we've actually got a picture on the telly, so I'll just connect the audio cable up and get the tablet and just see if we actually get anything out of it. Oh, bloody hell, I pulled that audio cable. Give me a second, I've just lost my audio cable. It's over here. Obviously, the audio cable's this. It's your standard +3 sounding cable. Plug that into the sound socket. Take this one and I'll plug it into my tablet. Power my tablet up. Right, we'll just do this and we'll see what happens.
Derby live on the course. The fall looks horrible, so is Annie Power okay?
Thankfully, she was so far in front, you know, Vassos, that she actually beat most of the horses home. She rolled right over and got up absolutely fine, which is obviously the best possible news. Did you know that 1 in every 11 rides for a jockey ends up being a fall? So the horses are travelling, she was probably travelling nearer 40 than 35 miles an hour. So 1 in 11 rides is a fall, so extraordinary.
So today, Queen Mother Champion Chase
Right,
Day,
so we'll just find the ZX Spectrum Sound Test Tool, wherever it is.
Well, Ruby Motion and William Mullins won everything yesterday. They've got champagne fever in the race. Frankie Dettori, your old mate, he actually bred one of the horses, a horse called Dodging Bullets that runs. You've got Sizer Grugy and old Sprinter Sacro, who had a bad...
No, I'm still getting the same thing. Don't replace the sound socket. I'm going to have to do some research on this one and just try and figure out what's going on.
Certifiably bonkers, this was. He leaves horses 10 lengths at the start. He tries to run off the course, but he's won his last 4 races and does have a chance.
Okay, interesting. Oh well, I'll leave it at that, and we'll I'm going to have to do some research and just see if I can figure out what else could be causing this. Okay, I'll leave it at that.